The Prime 1 Arkham Knight Harley has finally entered the Secret Sanctuary. As you guys know, this is not a new piece. This was released 2 or 3 years ago. When it was first revealed about 3 years ago, I was wowed by it. I thought that it was one of the most beautiful portraits, this one, that I've ever seen. But it was a 1/3 scale piece, and at that time I didn't yet have this gladiator shelving unit behind me. I was displaying all my statues on top of Billy bookcases from IKEA, so my collection was predominantly premium formats from Sideshow and a few quarter scales from XM Studios. So I kind of put it out of my mind. The 1/3 scale didn't work for me, but I was a bit haunted by this portrait, which I think is really, really beautiful. This piece, the exclusive, comes with 3 portraits, but this is the one that really caught my eye. So a few years go by. Prime 1 has their sale this last May. I think it was called their gold sale or something like that. And her original price was $929. They were selling her for $650. And I had $50 with Prime 1 from having purchased the Justice League Batman. So there are kind of rewards points I had with them. So it was only $600. And then, of course, I went to check on shipping, and they are offering both, the air shipping, which is always expensive, or the economy shipping. The economy shipping was $36, direct from Prime 1 to my house. No sales tax from Prime 1 to California, so it was $636, which is less than what you pay for a Sideshow premium format these days. I could not pass it up, especially now because I do have the Gladiator shelving. So let's take a closer look. Someone on Statue Forum commented last week about this portrait that he or she imagines she could start talking to you at any moment. And I totally get that. This is a hyper-realistic portrait. I see this as something you might see like on the cover of Vogue or Cosmopolitan or something like that. It's like the high fashion model Harley. And it totally works. The eyes are amazing. I mean, come on. Just remarkably beautiful. So while the other portraits go for, silliness or craziness, this one is just flat out beautiful Harley. And so I think 90% of the time I'm going to be using this portrait, but I will switch out for the other 2 just for variety and just for fun. I think my son likes the one where she's sticking her tongue out. And that is a fun portrait, but this is the one that really captured my eye. Now I have to admit, I'm not a gamer. I've never played Arkham Knight in my life. I bought this purely because I like the character from the comics and because aesthetically, it's a gorgeous statue. So I'm not going to comment on whether it's close to her appearance in the game or that sort of thing. To me, it's just an awesome version of Harley. So she comes with this left arm holding a bat, which seems appropriate. We often see her either with a bat or a mallet. The bat's kind of cool. It looks kind of old-fashioned the way it's painted. I love this combination of black and kind of a, I don't really want to call it, I guess it's like, it is a red, maybe not maroon. Anyway, it's hard to describe, but it's a very nice shade of red that's used not just on the bat, but throughout the costume. And the combination with black really looks nice. It's kind of a seductive costume. You got a lot of cleavage. It's not as obviously sexual as the Harley Hell on Wheels coming out from Sideshow. It's more teasing, if that makes sense. Really nice lace work there. The skirt is the only thing that isn't sculpted. So you got kind of like this fake leather and lace. Very easy to put on. The statue separates at the waist. So you just put the skirt on the bottom part and then put the other part on top and then just adjust the skirt so it looks great. I know one collector posted pictures on Facebook recently and he displays her without the skirt. And you know what? It looked just fine, but I think I prefer it with the skirt myself. The paint job on the legs is really cool. It has a shine to it. It's a great idea to have her wearing leggings underneath the skirt. Really nice blue here. I love the boots. Totally love the boots. Tons of detail here. So appropriate for the character. They just look fantastic. I love that deep red. Let me give you another long view. And we can talk about the base. All right, so the exclusive are these two little dolls. They are sculpted. And they're very cool, but man, if you have the regular edition of this instead of the exclusive, I don't think I'd miss these guys at all. I mean, they're cool, but it's not like an exclusive with an extra portrait or something significant like that. So you have this base where Harley has done a little graffiti here with her can of paint. This is magnetized back here. It comes separate, but it really catches the magnet really well. Oh, I forgot her Jack-in-the-Box. It goes right here. And there's another switch out arm where she's holding the Jack-in-the-Box, and I'll show you that. So she's painted the noses here. These look like clowns instead of gargoyles. I've heard some people refer to them as jokers. I'm not sure that they're jokers. They just look like clowns to me, but I could be wrong. So she's painted ha 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 here. And she's painted stripes on the piping. And then she's crossed out the bat signal on the back. It's a fun base. It's really cool. Very similar to the other Arkham Knight bases, but it has its own unique touches, which I really like. All right, let's take a look at some of the switch outs. All right, a couple of switch outs here. First, the portrait. I've gone to the winking portrait, which is quite similar to the one I just showed you, except of course for the wink. And the one side of her mouth is curled up a little bit there. And then of course I've switched out the left hand or left arm holding the bat for a different left arm which holds the Jack-in-the-Box. And I'll be honest with you, I've had this statue 4 or 5 days now, and this is the first time I've shown it or displayed it with the Jack-in-the-Box. I kind of prefer the bat. But I might use this from time to time. But I think he looks just as good sitting on the base as he does in her hand. Magnets were good, no problem there, no concern. A number of collectors like this portrait the best. I prefer the first one, but this one's nice too. All right, let's switch out again. So again, I switched out portraits and left arm. This is the crazy eye portrait with the tongue sticking out. And I kind of like this one. I think the order for me would be the kind of glamour shot, the first one, and then this one, and then, believe it or not, I think for me the winking one is third. I like the two extremes of the glamour portrait and this crazy-eyed portrait. And then this left arm just goes her hand to her waist, just like the right arm does. So you've got this kind of symmetrical look that you don't get with the other two left arms, which I think is really cool. I could display this from time to time like this. Really great options. And it occurred to me when I was doing these switch outs, if this statue were released now, you'd get that original portrait and that original left arm, probably with the bat, for probably $9.99. And then to get the other two portraits and the other two left arms would probably be like a DX version for $11.99. So this was a crazy bargain at the time. You know, I mean, you get a lot with this statue. And the idea that this is still in stock, only the exclusive is in stock. The regular is sold out, but the exclusive can still be purchased direct from Prime 1. And I think they do their sale twice a year. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but do they do a sale at the end of the year as well? This one, like I said, I purchased in May, but I feel like they do another one closer to the holidays. So if this goes up again for $650 and you guys are thinking about this one, it's really a bargain for what you get. So many great switch outs. It's really neat. I guess I really haven't shown you the back. I did notice that a number of people picked it up in May. Several people got it the same time I did last week. Look at the detail here. It just feels like they went the extra mile a little bit on the detail. Now I got to be honest with you. I've only had a couple of Prime 1 pieces, so this could be completely par for the course for them. But it's fun for me to see. I owned the Dark Knight Batman for a very short period of time. And then, of course, the Justice League Batman I mentioned earlier, I still have. And then this one. So here's where I'm going to display her. I thought she'd look really great next to the Justice League Batman. But look how out of scale they are. It's really surprising. I think Harley's the one that is the proper scale if you compare her to other pieces in the Arkham Knight line, or even some other pieces in the Justice League line, like Superman, for example. She looks just right. She's absolutely 1/3 scale. But Batman is freaking huge. It's just a really big statue. It's 36 inches tall. But look how much bigger his portrait is than hers. And then look how much bigger his body is. It's an enormous difference. They look like two completely different scales. He looks like he's like 1 to 2.5. He's not half scale, but he is not 1/3 scale. He is a big fella. And I'm going to keep him for sure. He's a sought after piece. He's long sold out. People are looking for him. But he is not in scale with this Harley at all. But like I said, these are my only two 1/3 pieces, so they're going to be displayed together. It doesn't make sense from a space point of view for me to separate them. But wow, what an amazing discrepancy. So as you can tell, I'm a little bit smitten with this Harley. This one's not going to be leaving my collection anytime soon. I do have the 1/6 scale tweeter head Harley, and I think I mentioned I've got the 1/4 scale Harley Hell on Wheels on pre-order from Sideshow. So there's a lot of Harley in my collection right now, and I might sell one of them, but this is not going to be the one. I'm going to keep her. I think she's really a fantastic piece. If you have the option to get her, the opportunity, and you want this piece, I highly recommend that you do. Apparently Prime 1 made more than they should have. It's been in stock for a very long time, which is lucky for us because we not only get to buy her for a longer period of time, but we get to buy her at a discount, which is very lucky. So I would jump on it. They're going to sell out eventually, and then you'll be out of luck. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please join the Secret Sanctuary Facebook group. We're having a lot of fun there. I've got a link in the description of this video where you can become or join that Facebook group. And have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you soon on Rogues Gallery Live. And my next statue will probably be Tweeterhead, I think. I'm not sure. And I'm curious what's going to happen with Spooktacular. Last year we got 2 variants during Spooktacular with Sideshow. Are we going to get 2 this year? I hope so. That would be really awesome. Anyway, take care, guys. See ya.